said, I haven't gotten a strong reaction to it yet, but what they say is if you get sting and it goes past your joints, then that's indicative of the allergy, and so I confirmed it with an allergist. But I digress. So I want to talk a little bit about bee ancestry because we're going to be thorough here. So bees, wasps, and ants share a common ancestry, and some species of adult wasps will feed on nectar, but they're predators that feed insects to their young for protein. Think of like yellow jackets and things like on your hand and pop. They're there for the sugar, for their energy, and to sustain their life, but developing brood and babies need that protein, so they get it from the insects. Around 100 to 125 million years ago, the ancestor of bees was a wasp that became vegetarian. Pollen is full of protein, starch, fats, and vitamins, and bees feed their young with a loaf of pollen mixed with nectar. There's a common term in beekeeping called bee bread, which is a mix of honey and pollen. That's kind of where that idea comes from, a similar thing. And they say that pollen has all the necessary nutrients you need to sustain life, so that's why you commonly find it as a health supplement. One more note I want to talk about pollen. And it's hard being an advocate for pollinators when you have friends who say, oh, I need some local honey because I have allergies. You've probably heard this before. And the reasoning behind that is because there's minute traces amount of pollen in that honey. The problem is most people are allergic to wind pollinated things like grasses and trees, and the bees usually don't have anything to do with that. And so that pollen that the bees collect is not actually beneficial. However, any press is good press, so
You'll take it.
you know what I mean? So I correct my close friends, but everyone else, I'm like, yes, go buy local honey. But you all know the truth now. So anyhow, so the conversion to an all pollen for protein diet completely changed the ways of the flowers being pollinated. And as bees evolved feathery hair and specialized body parts to gather the pollen, the flowers responded to entice and attract bees. The interplay between the evolution in the flowers and bees created an immense variety of bees, and today the world is home to an estimated 30,000 different types. That's around the world, yeah. That's nothing compared to something like beetles or the order Coleoptera. You might have heard, if any of you are religious, that the Lord had an inordinate fondness for beetles. They are the most diverse thing on the planet, but 30,000 is pretty good. And we're not bringing religion into this. That's just a little anecdotal info for you. So recent scientific studies have shown that worldwide, our wild native bees are better pollinators, and we should do what we can to support them. And that's what brings us to this topic today. So many people have the misconception that you can help bees simply by becoming a beekeeper, but that's not true for a variety of reasons. And this is a point of contention because I am a part of many local, not just the DC Beekeepers Alliance, but the Virginia ones and the Maryland ones. And one of their big press pushes is you're helping bees by becoming a beekeeper. It's not that simple. And the reason why is honeybees, number one, are not a simple pet, and there are many things you need to learn and understand before you get your own hive. It's a lot of hard work. I mean, really hard work. And it's in the middle of summer. You can lift a super or the box in the hive itself can be like up to 100 pounds. And with a full suit on, if you're a normal person, I used to not wear a suit, but now I have to. It's really hot. It's just, especially on a roof, oh my goodness. So you gotta know what you're doing. Number two, honeybees outcompete and disturb native bee populations for resources in general. And number three, honeybees are not going extinct, contrary to what you're hearing. They're merely showing the wear and tear of what the abuse that we've inflicted upon them through conventional agriculture is showing. So, it's an interesting background music. Hopefully you can still hear me, that's okay. So the most important thing is planting native forage or flowers that are evolved to grow in your geographical location. And it's the appropriate food for bees, and that's so much more helpful to pollinators in general. So before I go on, people always ask me, what's happening to the honeybees? Probably you've heard that. And you know how it is. If you have an interest in anything on social media, people will send you every link that you can imagine, including the Cheerios campaign that recently went out. So what's happening to them? There's several things. Really quickly, I say they're inbred, they're poorly fed, and they're sick in the head. I just say that because it rhymes. But what I mean by that is most bees in the U.S. are bred in the southern states, particularly Georgia. There's not much genetic diversity in their gene pool, and so that's bad for any organism, as you know. There have been strides to improve that over time, but it's still very much an issue. A good example of that is, so Apis mellifera is the Italian honeybee. You might know that most honeybees, well, all introduced honeybees in the U.S. come from Europe, and so there's been strides to bring a little more diversity, like with Russian bees and Caucasian bees, which are from the Caucasus, different things like that, but it's still an absolute problem because that was a later introduction in the last 15 years or so. And each different geographical location of where the bees originate from provides different characteristics, which is really cool. But anyhow, still diversity is still an issue. On top of that, honeybees make honey to feed themselves, and typically all or most of their honey is harvested and they're fed sugar or corn syrup. Beekeeping hobbyists usually are kind to their bees and try and leave some there, but most people usually overharvest. And so these syrups that they supplement with lack the vital nutrition that they need. And on top of that, we create them all over the country to pollinate our crops as a conventional agriculture system that relies on monocultures and chemicals. You probably are familiar with those terms, monoculture. That's what it just means one major crop. This is problematic for many reasons. An interesting point about this is diversity in floral sources gives the bees a better fighting chance against pests and pathogens. And what that means is, even if you have, like the plants you're planting right here, Coreopsis, pollen source that you can get for bees, are drought tolerant and fantastic, which is why I suggest them. But even if you have this stellar pollen with high protein content, it's not as good as having a variety, even if the quality is less. And what that means is that if you have a variety in your diet, your immune system is better, even for anyone. You have a better chance of fighting things off. So if you just have one, if the bees are just given one floral type, then they're more susceptible. And that includes the impacts that chemical applications like pesticides and herbicides have on them as well. So that's the heart of the matter, really. We have an introduced species of bees that we cart around the nation. We feed a low-quality diet while exposing it to many chemicals. And when we offer the bees one type of food, for example, a monoculture crop like almonds, we're setting them up for illness. So you can see over time that these factors compound and become more stressful to the bees. That's why it's so important what you're doing today. By planting native beneficial flower species, that's the #1 way you can help. And on top of that, you can become a beekeeper as well, but as long as you're informed. So if you all want to hear about it, I want to tell you a little bit about some other bees and what I think should be our new mascot as well. Feel free to stop me and ask questions, or if you want to escape while I'm talking, that's totally fine.
Bees that live in Virginia, can they survive the winter here?
They can. So the native bees hibernate over winter. The honeybees also overwinter, but in a different way. They stay awake and eat the honey stores that they have, and they cluster around the tree for warmth, whereas the other ones are like asleep, like a bear.
You say that with beekeeping methods on a larger scale, we're giving them lots of chemicals and poor quality of food. Is that affecting the honey quality at all? And especially if we eat it, is that hurting us?
So that's a great question. I also included, in that study I did with the USDA, I not only looked at the actual protein content of the pollen, but if there's pesticide existing in those amounts. And so what the bees are feeding themselves is indicative of what we get. There's actually just small amounts in there. And so, just like everyone else, I don't like Monsanto either. I don't like Bayer. I don't like Syngenta, all these big ones. But it's just part of the problem. Hi there.
Hi.
Come on over and sit down with us. But so that's why the push for organics and permaculture, this sort of thing, is important. However, worldwide, if you look at somewhere like Beijing compared to where we are, you just don't have that option to have organic. It's turned into factory farming. It's an industrial scale. You have so many people in such a tight place that you can't just simply solve the world's problems by going organic. And so that's a whole other topic, and you can getting on a tangent talking about why GMOs are not the devil. But that is just part of it. So the pesticide, herbicide exposure is certainly a problem. One thing that everyone's overlooking, because when you get these trends in social media and press and sort of thing, they focus on one, like Roundup, for example, which is, of all the different herbicides out there, it's relatively, safe. Whereas we completely overlook something like a fungicide, which science is showing has great impacts on the bees as well. Fungicides are used for things like preventing mold from growing on your strawberries, for example. I don't know if any of you noticed this, but over the last 5 or so years, the way your strawberries deteriorate in their package has changed. It used to be they grow these fuzzy little colonies on them, but now they just kind of disintegrate, they stay red. That's a fungicide at play. And these all have impacts on the field as well. And it's not really studied, but people who are studying them are showing direct correlations. But again, that's just part of the equation of what's really causing problems for bees. And I'm not saying that we should just spray the heck out of bees and they'll be fine as long as they have a